It is fundamentally necessary if you want to understand, for example, the press. AP has sued. AP is suing to get hold of her records. Most of the drive-by media is not tolerating what she said yesterday. Most of the drive-by media is not accepting it. Many people are mocking her and making fun of her. Justifiably so. And people are puzzled by this because the popular conception is that Hillary is the fait accompli Democrat nominee for 2016, the fait accompli next president. People assume the media loves her. People assume that the media can't wait for her. People assume the media have been lining up, ready to launch her, get behind her, and stay in her good graces. None of that appears to be true. And it's leading to some confusion in terms of people doing analysis of this. I mean, that press conference is an absolute disaster, folks. That woman is not the smartest woman in America, not the smartest woman in the world. She's not even a good liar. And that's the difference between her and her husband, one of the many. She evokes no sympathy. People don't really feel sorry for her, not even the feminazis. And I think what we're seeing in some of the post-press conference coverage yesterday from a lot of media that were reporting back in the 90s, I mean, some of those people are still around. Most of them are. They are all, in one way or another, lamenting, we don't want to go back to the 90s. And this press conference yesterday reminded them of what the 90s was, that it was the Clintons lying every day. And it was the Clintons blaming the Republicans every day, and the Clintons stonewalling and blaming the media every day and so forth. And they're writing that they don't want to go through that again. Hillary Clinton, ladies and gentlemen, is, and I'm kind of sorry to say this, as you know, I tried to keep her campaign alive in 2008 when all of her supposed media buddies and party officials abandoned her. And make no mistake, they did. And what do you think's going on now? Why do you think all this has come up? They don't want her now, folks. They want somebody. They want Elizabeth Warren. They want somebody else. But that's why this is coming up now. And that's why so many in the media seemingly are lining up in unsympathetic ways. They didn't want her in 2008, and they don't want her now, which I know violates every tenet of conventional wisdom, but it is what it is. It's right in front of our face. Hillary Clinton is the most cheated on woman in America. I don't care how you slice it. Now, you can interpret that as a criticism. You can think of it as kind, unkind, or what have you. But I'm sorry, in just her relationship with her husband alone, it's true. But then look at all the other betrayal that she has had to put up with. This 2008 campaign, remember what that was. In her mind, that was her turn now. She had done her duty. She had backed her husband through all of his scandals. She had given up her life, essentially, given up her own career to marry him, move to Arkansas. My God, there's no worse place to go, maybe, other than Oklahoma or Alabama. If you're at Wellesley, and if you're in the Northeast, and if you're in line to become something big in the New York, Washington, Boston axis, and all of a sudden you end up in Arkansas. But she did it. And she stood behind Bill with every one of these female scandals, the bimbos that kept. So anyway, you know this. 2008 was to be her payback. This was the party saying, thank you. First chance they got. They abandoned her. And I think that's what's happening now. There are media supporters, don't misunderstand. There are people claiming that she did great yesterday, but it's not unison, it's not a majority, and it certainly is not unanimous.